video is coming from a serious place of anger because I've wanted to make this video for a very long time and now I have the chance to do so. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a particular network that you all should not use at all, like my experience with it and why you should never even go to this network at all. And this network is called Glow. Everyone, a round of applause, baby. Now, Glow is the worst network in Nigeria. In fact, it's an understatement. Worst is an understatement. This is the most horrible network I've ever used. Now, back in the day, I actually did used to own a Glow SIM card, like when I was much younger. And I actually looked up to Glow because I liked their data deals and all that stuff. But now, I'm sorry, I don't have that same feeling for Glow. Now, let me start with some backstory. So, basically, on March of this year, my line was blocked because, I'm having some issues with my NIN currently where my NIN is not validated, and currently there are things that are being done to make it validated and where I can have an NIN and all that. So because of that, I didn't have like a number at all, like to call or do anything. I didn't have that for some time. It was really serious and all that, and luckily my mom saved me because she had a spare SIM card that she registered, and that SIM card was Glow. Now for me, I didn't want to use Glow at first. Like, she had an Airtel SIM, but that one was having some issues, so only the Glow was working. So I didn't have a choice. I said, okay, fine, like let me manage it for now until my issues with my NIN are resolved. So I now start using Glow and things were working fine. I was happy at least I had a network that I could be using to go online, to call and do all that stuff. Like, things were going well until what happened was that one day I wanted to go home. But first of all, I wanted to go to a bakery to buy some bread. So I went to this bakery, and what happened was that I wanted to make a transfer to them. When I went inside of the bakery, this network became flat. Like, I couldn't do anything at all. Like, to even go online and make the transfer was impossible. So I had to go outside of the bakery, and that's where the network was working, to make that transfer. And it took some time, but the transfer went through because the Glow network was being so slow, and it managed to go through. So then I now went home, and then as soon as I reached my house, this network flatlined as well. And when it flatlines, you're not able to place calls or people to be able to call, like to receive calls and all that stuff, or even to go online. You can't do any of that stuff when the network is flatlined. So I didn't have any network like for some time, not too long, but then the network started working again, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Things were still going well until the network basically flatlined in the night. Basically, like, I would say that it was showing LTE. Like, if you turn it on, like your data, it will show LTE, but then you can't go online, and you can't call, and you can't receive calls, like stuff like that. Even though it'll be showing that there's a signal, but that signal is a false signal. So I didn't have some network for like a long time. Then, like, I remember I went out, we went to our village, the network was working, we came back. The same night my network stopped again. The situation was so bad that I had to end up using my sister's hotspot just to be able to go online, or Wi-Fi in our house. Like, when there's light, I just connect to it, and then I'll be able to go online and do whatever I want to do. Now, Glow really made me disappointed because the next day was my birthday. And on WhatsApp, some people were telling me happy birthday and everything, and I couldn't respond to most people on time because of this stupid network. My network that day was not working at all, and I didn't know what to even start doing. So then I found out the network started working like when me and my sister, we went out, and when we went out, that's when the network was now working. And this network was not working for more than 24 hours. So I didn't have network for 24 hours, like more than that, because of this stupid Glow network. So then we now go back to my house, and then the network was working, and in the night it stopped again. The network still wasn't working till the next day when I left my house area. Like, even when I went on the streets, the network wasn't working. I left and I went back to school, and that's when this network was now working. Can you just imagine? When I went back to school, that's when this network decided to work. Things were okay from there, things were fine and all that until this network decided to even misbehave even more. So one day, I went to school, and what happened was that this was like by 8 a.m. The network stopped working because like that day there was rain and the network like flatlined, saying no service. So I couldn't use this network for a long time. Like I couldn't use the network for practically 12 hours because the network stopped from 8 a.m. and started working by 8 p.m. What type of network does this? For 12 hours straight, you will not have any network. What is going on? This thing even happened again, so I was typing my project for school and I stayed up to like type it. I stayed up to like 3 a.m. All of a sudden, this network flatlined completely and I couldn't continue the project. And you know when this network started working again? By 3 p.m. And it's really horrible because this network was so bad that it was affecting me from even typing my project, making me lose hours of work because of one silly network that chooses to work whenever it wants to. This thing even happened again where this network decided to stop working completely. Like it was like at night, then even in the morning, everything didn't want to work at all. And it got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. So I reached out to my mom. I asked her for help and everything, and then she took me to the MTN office. She registered another SIM card for me, and that's what I'm currently using. And MTN works really fine. Like I've used MTN like since 2015, but now like I really like MTN. It's working really well. I'm impressed. So my advice to you is this: if you have a Glow SIM card or you want to use a Glow SIM card, please do not do it. Like don't do it at all. It's for your own mental health. Please don't do it. Like I'm begging you, please don't. Because this network will really mess with your mental health. For me, I don't even care what anyone says. I'm never going to use Glow again. The only time that I'll ever use Glow is if I see that their network has improved, that they've improved so many of all these things, these issues. Because I remember when my network stopped working, I reached out to Glow and nothing still happened because the same issues kept happening again. And this isn't normal. Like Glow is basically an abnormal network, to be very honest with you. Now, I can't believe that I'm doing this, but it's time to burn. People, people, stay away from Glow. Glow is a horrible network. Stay away from them. Very annoying people.